Hey, it's Bri, and I'm really not trying to be messy. If you've been here before, thanks for stopping by. And if you're new here, go ahead and click that red button and subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell for notifications, because I know after this video, you guys are gonna wanna see Bri all the time, every time I upload. I want to make it very clear in this video, in no way, shape, or form am I trying to be messy. My YouTube channel is my safe space. When I come on YouTube, I come to vent. I come to laugh. I come to share my true, authentic self. I feel like as a human being, I have the right to have some safe space on this planet where I could be 100% myself. And even though the internet is like not real or whatever, this is my safe space. So however anybody feels when they inspire a video, I'm not being messy, bitch. I'm just speaking my truth. It just so happened you get to watch it online. All right. Let me stop. This is why people hate me. I get it.
Why do you act like that?
Like what?
The way that you act, you don't see how you act, why people don't want to be around you?
No.
Look how you act.
Okay, so I filmed a video recently. It was inspired by this particular friend that I'm about to talk to you guys about today. Even though I ended up deleting that video, when I originally filmed that video, I filmed it because after I hung out with this bitch in real life recently, I started to remember why we stopped being friends. I want to talk about this particular friend because this is a unique situation to me. I'm used to falling out with people because they actually did some snake shit where it's like, you're not worth talking to. I never wanted to stop talking to somebody simply because I'm like, you're on some shit that like I can't even relate to. I've done story times about this particular friend before because we used to be best friends in high school, and recently we rekindled our friendship. Now, I have been talking to this girl for months. I'm not about to sit up here and be fake with you guys. I even considered being this bitch roommate. Like, that's how long I was talking to her, to where I considered living with her, okay? I actually was putting energy into this friendship because she was already my best friend before, and I believe in people, you know what I'm saying? I genuinely know how hard it was for me to grow and to change, and people still don't take me seriously. And that's kind of what I'm talking about right now. Like, I know what it feels like to fight, to be a different person, to know you're a different person, and people still treat you like you're that same bitch. Like I said, I have been talking to this girl for at least 2 or 3 months before I started hanging out with her in real life. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I hung out with the bitch 2 times and I was like, this is exhausting. The first time I hung out with her, I will admit, we had a blast. It was fun to reconnect with her the first time. But she was like saying little stuff here and there that definitely got on my nerve. I was like, I could not be around this all the time. We went to go eat and she was saying stuff about herself that was like self-depreciating. And I was like, why would you even say that? I was repelled that she would even think that shit about herself. Like, it wasn't funny to me. I literally didn't even know what to say. I was like, are you fishing for a compliment, or did you literally mean that? Because I don't hang out with bitches with low self-esteem. When I say I wanted to be roommates with this girl, I'm saying that because we both are at a place in our life where we feel like we would do better in different environments. I don't want to tell y'all her business, but basically where my friend lives, smoking and drinking is not allowed, like at all. So when we go eat, she ordering drinks. This is our first time hanging out, so I want her to have a good time. And let me be all the way real, I love to turn up, okay? So I wasn't judging her the first time that we hung out. I said all of that to say, the second time we hung out, I rolled a blunt. I'm not trying to be a bad friend. I'm not trying to push it in her face. That is just what comes with hanging out with me, period. So when I twist the blunt, it's because I like to smoke. I know that she cannot hit that. And I feel like, honestly, I'm old enough to where if you can't handle that, just don't fucking hang out with me. Like, I am not the friend to do sober shit with, because I'm gonna be like, we're having too much fun, let's get a drink. I'm hitting the blunt before we go inside. I put the blunt out and she was like, what are you doing? Let me hit it. I didn't say nothing, but I'm thinking to myself, like, why are you even smoking? Like, it's your life. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. I'm not gonna shame you, because I know you probably really want to feel normal. You know what I'm saying? You want to be able to smoke a blunt if you want to smoke a blunt. I need you guys to understand, I was never looking at her like, didn't this get you in the situation you're in the first place? Because I know what it feels like when people look at me like that. But I was looking and I was thinking to myself, you're the kind of person that will hang out with me, know that you're not supposed to be smoking, know that you're not supposed to be drinking, do it anyway, and then when you get in trouble, try to blame that shit on me. Because the first time we hung out, we were taking pictures in the restaurant. She didn't like how her pictures was coming out. I understand that it doesn't matter if you're a regular person or if you're Kim Kardashian. To get the right picture, sometimes you have to take like 500. I understand that. I am patient and I'm willing to like put in the work to get that picture. This girl, she doesn't get it, and then she starts to feel insecure, and I was just watching her have a mental breakdown. But for her to text me later and try to make it seem like you were intentionally making me look ugly, that right there is why I believe she's the kind of person that will be smoking and drinking and acting like everything is good and everything is normal, and then turn around and blame me for that shit. I'm not even trying to come out here and make it seem like, oh my god, I'm that so Raven. It just makes sense. Why when you get around me, all of a sudden you don't care if you smoke weed or not? You want to take shots, and then we got to sit in the car because you're like, oh, I'm so drunk, I'm so drunk. Now you got me scared for my life because I'm like, bitch, I can drive. And this is why I feel like some things never change. This particular friend, she has this perception of me that I do not feel like dealing with. I don't want to say that she's projecting onto me, because I'm not a fucking psychiatrist. I will say that, like, she has referred to me as pretentious. She has randomly brought up the fact that I did story times about her, and it's like, yeah, you were in my life and we used to do stupid shit. Like, literally, my channel is about the dumb shit that I used to do and occasionally still do, okay? I thought that that was weird. And her favorite word to describe me is mean.
Cause you are a mean girl. You're a bitch.
And I've come on the internet and I told you guys, oh, I don't have friends. Let's be real, I have friends, okay? They just have lives. And I started to notice, out of all my friends, she was the only one that thought that I was mean. I started to notice through text message and the 2 times that I hung out with this girl that I literally was getting triggered by her calling me mean, because it reminded me of when my family used to call me crazy. Let me go deeper on that. When I was growing up, my family would always refer to me as crazy. I'm a lot of things. I'm not crazy. Like, I'm all the way here for sure. And I know that I'm not crazy because there have been opportunities for me to go crazy and I didn't. I would tell my family all the time, stop calling me crazy. I'm not crazy. I don't like when you guys call me crazy. Even when you're joking. Like, I know how to communicate when I'm uncomfortable.
I communicate very well.
When I was hanging out with her and we were getting ready to go home, we went to dinner. When we were at the table, I told her she was making me feel some type of way. She did something that was very triggering to me. She asked me to explain, like, the exact moment she did whatever I said made me feel uncomfortable. And I hate that shit. And I told her, I was like, why does it matter what exact moment was the moment that made me feel some type of way? It should matter that you made me feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm communicating with you that I feel like a behavior or a language needs to be changed, and you're just trying to figure out the exact moment that you offended me so you could pretty much gaslight me, I guess, into believing that you didn't mean it that way or whatever. I really don't fucking know. I don't think like that. I'm getting sad even telling you guys this because I love this girl to death, and when I tell you, she was getting on my fucking nerve. After we hung out, I pretty much ghosted her. Like, we argued about everything, you guys, even down to the pictures that we took. She was was literally offended by every single thing that I said. And I was thinking to myself, like, I do not have this kind of interaction with anybody else in my life. Why am I tolerating this? That's another thing that really drained me about being around this particular bitch. Like, why am I fighting for my life? Why do I feel like I constantly have to defend my character when I'm around you?
So we don't have the capacity.
And even when I would go out of my way to be nice, she still would take it the wrong way. And that's how I knew she was still a weirdo. We have not been friends for years. You was saying weird shit in a text message and I let it slide because deep down I wanted to rebuild that connection as new women, as boss bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like deep down everybody wants their best friend back. Like, let's not be a fucking hypocrite, okay? When I hung out with this particular friend the second time, and what I honestly feel like will be the last time, I had already had a very draining weekend. And I talked about this in another video, okay? I rekindled some friendships and I didn't end up having the best experience. Like, it definitely was not worth leaving the house. It was not worth rekindling those friendships. Hanging out with her on top of having a weird ass weekend and hanging out with my other old friends, it just drained me to the point that I didn't want to talk to anybody. So like I said, I ghosted her for a few days. She realized what was going on and she texted me and was like, did I piss you off? I decided to be a grown ass woman and address the situation and tell her honestly how she made me feel. And I was like, I didn't even want to talk to you about it because I felt some type of way that I got love for you and you drained me. When I told her that she drained me to the point that I didn't want to talk to anybody for days, and I wasn't lying to her and I wasn't trying to be mean, she messaged me back and she was like, that's crazy because I had the complete opposite experience. And I don't know why, but that pissed me off. Like, bitch, you had a great time. You had an amazing time. The fact that we had two totally different experiences is why I'm filming this video. Because, like, how do you not realize what you're doing? I titled this video Some Things Never Change because hanging out with this friend really confirmed to me that I'm not tripping. I'm not necessarily a villain for outgrowing people or leaving people in the past. I'm not a bitch or a terrible person because I'm able to make observations about people and I'm able to come to the conclusion that based off how you move, based off how you think, based off what you speak over yourself in your life, I cannot be around your ass. Why, Brianna? Because I strive for excellence. So I don't want to be around any fucking person that has limitations on their mind, on their soul, on what they can achieve in this life. That shit is gonna rub off on me. I have fought my ass off to get away from that shit. I'm not going back. If you hang out with somebody and after you hang out with them, you're irritated, you don't want to be bothered, you wake up the next day on the wrong side of the bed, that is not somebody you should kick it with. So I hope that this video inspires you not to feel bad about being realistic. So if you guys are going through that, if you feel like you're outgrowing people, I understand. Wow, you guys, thank you for letting me get that off my chest. If you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Support your girl. Get those fingers moving in the comments below and let me know if you guys feel like I'm being cutthroat, if you feel like I'm being too judgmental, or if I'm just paying attention to the red flags. I'm really not trying to come on here and do another crazy story time about another fake ass friend. If I even feel like that is what the relationship is going to lead to, you gotta go. But you guys can let me know how you feel about that in the comments below. With that being said, I love you guys so much and I will see you in the next video. Till next time.